Once a bustling hub of shopping, dining, and urban life, the San Francisco Center is now a ghost town. Now, this is obviously a mall in San Francisco. Hopefully I'm saying center right, but I don't even care. But what we're seeing though is shuttered stores, deserted escalators, and a fading pulse of what used to be a retail icon. But this is not just a San Francisco story though. It's a window into the fate of the American mall. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what's happening around the country. Are all malls dying, or are they being reborn? And today we're looking into the collapse of the San Francisco Center and what it tells us about the future of shopping in America. So starting with the San Francisco Center, it opened in 1988. It's a 9-story mall, and it was a retail juggernaut anchored by giants like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's. It had everything, in high-end stores from Coach to Rolex, a sprawling food court, even a spiral staircase that screamed luxury. In its prime, it drew millions of people, fueled by San Francisco's tourism boom and a downtown energy that it just had. But fast forward to 2025 and the picture is grim. Nordstrom's packed up in August of 2023. Bloomingdale's the last major anchor. They followed in the spring of 2025. And dozens of stores, from J. Crew to Hollister to Lego, Sephora, you name it, they vanished. In the food court, Jamba Juice and Blondie's Pizza are gone now, and over half of the mall storefronts are vacant. And foot traffic is a fraction of what it was. So what happened? I mean, it's kind of like the perfect storm, though. First, the economics tanked. In 2023, the mall owners, Westfield and Brookfield Properties, they defaulted on a $550 million loan, handing the keys to the lender. And the mall's value plummeted basically from $1.2 billion down in 2016 to $290 million in 2024. And the occupancy, down to a shocking 25%. Then there's a broader context. San Francisco's downtown right now has been hit hard. The tourism is still 42% below 2019 levels, so pre-pandemic. But office vacancies are at 30%, meaning fewer workers are popping by for lunch or for shopping. And add that to the public safety concerns where crime and shoplifting near the mall's Tenderloin adjacent location haven't helped. High rents push retailers out and neighborhoods decline scared shoppers away. Efforts to save the mall, they haven't really gained traction though. In 2023, a receivership was set up with Trident Pacific. They were appointed to stabilize things, and they tried live music, they tried pop-up events, beefed up security, but the bleeding hasn't stopped. And basically the mall still limps along. It just has a handful of stores like Zara and H&M hanging on. The San Francisco Center story isn't unique though. It's part of a bigger trend. It's the American mall. Once the heart of suburban and urban life, it's now at a crossroads. And since 2015, about 20 to 25% of the roughly 1,000 enclosed malls in the U.S. have closed or are at risk of closing. Foot traffic is down 10 to 15% from pre-pandemic levels. And department stores, the backbone of malls, are collapsing. You got Macy's alone plans to close 125 stores by the end of 2025. Of course, why? Because e-commerce is the big culprit. Online shopping now accounts for 15% of U.S. retail sales, up from 10% in 2017. People are buying from Amazon or direct-to-consumer brands instead of braving crowded parking lots. Then there's a shift in what we want and what we value. Younger generations, Gen Z, millennials, they're spending on experiences, not stuff like concerts, travel, or dining out. Malls built around retail alone are struggling to keep up, and urban malls like the San Francisco Center face extra hurdles. They got high operating costs, they got safety concerns, and they got competition from a revitalized downtown or the other open-air shopping centers. They're squeezing them dry. In cities like Chicago and Detroit, malls are battling similar headwinds. Meanwhile, suburban malls in growing areas like Texas and Florida are holding up better thanks to stable populations and fewer crime concern. But here's the real thing. Not all malls are dying. Some are thriving by reinventing themselves. The best malls, the Class A malls as they're called, are turning into mini cities. Take Tyson's Corner of Virginia. It's added hotels and offices and apartments, making it a destination for more than just shopping. Or the Mall of America in Minnesota. With its roller coasters and its live events, they're pulling in crowds year-round. And luxury malls are holding strong. Places like South Coast Plaza in California or Bal Harbour shops in Florida boosted 90% occupancy by leaning into high-end brands like Gucci and Chanel. And these malls cater to affluent shoppers who still want that in-person experience. Then there's a risk of lifestyle centers, open air malls that feel more like town squares. They feel like a mix of retail, dining, fitness, studios, and even concert venues. The American Dream Mall in New Jersey, it's got a ski slope and a water park, and that's not a mall, it's a theme park with stores. But malls are also becoming community hubs. Some host farmers markets, co-working spaces, or even medical clinics. About 300 malls have added non-retail components since 2015, and when the malls do close, they're often reborn as something else. They're warehouses or schools or even churches. The old Hickory Hollow Mall in Tennessee now is a community center. And you're looking at ways to basically stop or help affordable housing and bring in the homeless. I mean, you could break malls kind of do that if, without the stores. So what's next for the San Francisco Center? This kind of gave me a little bit of a chuckle, but city officials they're tossing around the ideas of making it a soccer stadium, entertainment venues, and maybe a cultural hub, whatever that means to them. But these plans, they need money. And when the mall's value in free fall, that's a tall order. And the broader lesson is clear though. Malls can't just be shopping anymore. They need to be places where people want to be. For American malls, the next decade will be make or break. Experts predict another 150 to 200 closures by 2030. But the survivors will look different though. More entertainment, more community, more mixed use, because the mall isn't dead, it's evolving. And in a world where we crave connection, the right malls could become the town squares of tomorrow. So what do you think? Have you been to the San Francisco Center? I mean, this is a warning for everybody. It's a call to actions for malls to adapt and thrive. Those that don't, they're going to fade. So what do you think? Put it in the comments. Can malls make a comeback? What are your favorite stories of going to the mall? I'm thinking the old Blockbuster and other ideas of things that they kind of are gone now in today's world in 2025. But the fun memories, I mean, drive-ins as well, I'm thinking that. But drop your comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into trends shaping our world. As we always do, we look for the truth between lines.
Between